So what's she coming back Brenny Road?
Oh, don't ask me. She's like a bad penny, ain't she? They just turn up.
Who's this you're pulling to pieces?
You know, Gail's man, I ain't mind you, she's lively.
Oh, now don't you start. That's what our Brian said.
Well, she's lively. You ask Alf Roberts, he got lumbered with a sports car because of her.
Well, I'm blowed if I know what they're seeing her. I mean, she's not special to look at, so she's as common as muck.
Look, I told you, she's lively. She's got a bit of go in her.
Oh, meaning I haven't then, Vera?
Oh, you're such a little devil, you.
No, I don't mean that.
No, I know what Vera means. And it's all kidology we hear, you know. Hey, but it seems to work with fellas.
Ah, well, they're daft then, aren't they?
Hey,
You know, one of these days I'm going to walk in here on a work break.
We'll have to look slippy.
You can say that again. Cheers.
Well, to make them get on train, you know, that in Japan.
They're never.
They're what? I've seen it myself.
Hey, well, that's something you don't see in Japan. Workers starting before time.
Hey, did you have a word with Mr. Baldwin?
Aye. And they give me two back.
Well,
Get lost.
So what did you tell him?
Well, I told him we were working as hard as we could. And he said, oh, well, we'll see about that.
Oh, is that all he said? We'll see about that.
I know, but it was the way he said it.
what's going on about Japan, doesn't it?
Oh, he's having a day. Just trying to scare us.
He could sack us lot and take a load of Japanese on.
Well, where would he get them from, eh? You don't see many geisha girls in job centre.
No, you don't, do you?
Hey, did she turn up?
Oh, yeah. She turned up all right. Full of herself, as per usual. She's got herself engaged.
Engaged at her age?
Oh, don't say that to her. I mean, she's only a young woman, isn't she? I had to walk out. I couldn't stand anymore. It were all, George this and George that. To listen to her talk, you'd think he would answer to a maiden's prayer. I won't mind, but he only works on markets.
Oh, sounds a bit rough to me.
Well, they make a good pair, then. Have you got him?
Oh, I'd left him here.
Well, come on, let's be having you then. Now, what are you up to?
Do you know, something going off with Baldwin. Well, the blind man can see that, Ida. I know, when I came in yesterday afternoon, he were reading a book. When I went in to see him about holiday, Ross, and he shoved it in the drawer. And then he looked me straight at the eye and he said, Ida, if you can't beat them, join them.
What book was this?
He shoved it in that drawer. That's what he meant. If you can't beat them, join them.
You know that frock that you're running up when he's not there?
Aye.
Well, if I were you, I'd make it into a kimono.
To be a law against starting work at this time in the morning. Especially after the night I had last night.
Hey, well, don't let on to Baldwin. He'll think he's paying us too much money to think he's going to afford nights out.
Morning, girls.
Oh, you're an early bird this morning.
This morning and every morning from now on, Vera. And that's not the only thing that's going to change around here. Believe you me.
You'd have it as on.
I'm telling you, he's been reading this daft business book.
Japanese business methods?
As true as I'm standing here.
Oh, it's probably a mucky one. You know, one of those ones you have to put a different cover on when you want to read it on the bus or somewhere. You don't want anybody to know.
Hey, why didn't I think of that?
You've never read a book in your life.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot your old fella bought you one for Christmas, didn't he?
Aye.
And if you behave yourself, he'll buy you cranes to go with it next year.
Something amusing you lot, is it? Because if it is, perhaps you'll share the joke. I could do with something to cheer me up.
Oh, it's just something Vera said, Mr. Baldwin.
Oh, well, I'm glad she makes you laugh, because she's doing nothing for me at the moment, and neither are the rest of you. And I'll tell you what, if these machines worked as hard in a day as your tongues, we'd all be millionaires by now, instead of losing orders hand over fist.
Yeah, well, that wasn't all our fault.
No.
Oh, no, I see. It was the fault of the firm that beat us to it, was it, eh? Did the dirty on us, because they put in a full day's work for a full day's pay, give value for money, take a pride in their job.
We do our best, don't we?
But that's not good enough, is it, Shirley? We are here to win orders and we are not getting them because we're not competitive enough.
Well, what do you expect us to do? We're not flaming Japs, you know.
No, Vera, I hadn't noticed. But there are lots of things you can learn off them.
Like what, for instance?
I'm working on it, Shirley, believe you me. Now get on with it, the lot of you.
Do you reckon he needs it?
Well, he's not been reading that book for notes, has he? I mean, it's not the sort of thing you curl up with 11 o'clock at night with a cup of cocoa, is it? Not Japanese flipping business.
Well, if you believe that, you're daffer than I thought you were. So dodge, isn't it? He wouldn't know a Japanese business method if it jumped up and bit him on the nose.
Bad chicken.
Right, barrel of laughs this is going to be, innit?
What's wrong with it? I think it's a great idea.
What, with them two organising it? The most exciting thing what's likely to happen is the over 60 Scrabble final.
Oh, it won't be that bad.
No, mate, you're right. It'll be 10 times worse.
Well, if it is, it's our fault then, innit?
Our fault.
Yeah, of course it is. If we just sit here and do nothing about it, it is.
Well, what can we do?
Well, one of us could go on the committee, couldn't we?
Committee? What does he want to go on a committee for?
All right, what events do you want to see?
Arm wrestling.
Welly chucking.
Right then, well, one of us gets on the committee and suggests it. It's better than sat here moaning about it, innit?
Good thinking, that, mate.
Right then, if we're all agreed, I think the fairest thing to do is to draw lots.
Oh, no, it's a bit chancy, that is. I reckon the best thing to do is to have a vote. Fair, square and democratic. Right, Kev?
Whatever you think's better.
Well, congratulations, mate. Just the man for the job.
I think it's better than others.
Hey, come on, you lot. Shake this off. Chop, chop.
Ha, well, that's good, isn't it? Chop, chop.
Come on, Vera.
Oh, you're not dashing off.
Oh, I've no choice, Audrey. Some of us have to work, you know. Hello, George.
Hey, he don't look short of a bob at all, that's for sure.
Oh, Audrey's fella?
Yeah.
He ain't.
How comes I never find any bargains like that on the market?
Well, you never go to market, do you?
Well, now you come to mention it, that might have something to do with it.
Go on, you duck beggar.
Hey, what did you say you did, Ivor?
Oh, can I help you?
That's all right, Ivy. I'll look after her guest. Come in the office, please.
Wouldn't understand the Japanese business method if it jumped up and bit him on the nose then, Vera?
Hey, what do you reckon up to in there?
Well, it just seems to be yakking to me.
Well, we know that, but what about?
Well, us, what else? Well, if you ask me, I think it's flipped. I mean, fancy bringing in a Jap business consultant.
Do you reckon that's what it is?
Well, he ain't come to eat gas meter, has he?
Come on, shut up and let's keep at it. We don't want him thinking we're a bunch of idle layabouts, do we?
Oh, we don't have to, kid, do we? Baldwin's had plenty of chance to do that already.
Well, that seems to be that, thanks. Oh, and thank you very much for coming, Mr. Yakimoto. Something wrong?
No, Mr. Bowie.
Well, then let's get on with it, shall we?
Well, I don't know about you lot, but I can't stand much more of this.
So what's he up to, do you reckon?
Well, I don't know, do I? But I'll tell you something for now. It's going to be no flaming picnic for us. We've still got another 5 minutes, Mr. Baldwin.
I know, Vera. I know how long your tea break is. It's the only time you have any enthusiasm about what you're doing round here.
Well, what do you expect, where you've been going on at us lately? Going on about them Japs as if the best thing since chick butties. I mean, what is going on? Because something is, and we feel we've a right to know.
All right, knock it off, will you? I was going to have a word with them anyway. All right, you lot. Now, as you probably know, we lost a fat order to a firm in the Far East. Now, before you go on about it, just a minute. It's got nothing to do with sweated labour. It's all to do with efficiency, plain and simple. So I took myself off, make a few inquiries to see where we'd been going wrong.
Yeah, but their machinery didn't come out of flaming out, did it?
No, Vera, neither did the workers' attitudes.
Attitude?
Yes, attitudes. You lot drift in here as if it's some Sunday school outing. You spend most of the morning talking about what you saw on the telly last night, how much you spent at the hairdresser, the price of fish, you name it.
Hey, now, I'm not going to take this from him, are we?
But you can't deny it happens, can you? No. All right, I do admit that in the meantime you managed to get a bit of work done, but nothing like half what you're capable of.
We do our best.
No, Shirley, you don't. That is where you are wrong. If you were to start work at 8:30 on the dot and finish at 5:30 on the dot with exactly an hour for lunch, our production figures will go through the roof. And that is where the Japs and quite a few others have the edge on you lot, don't they? I mean, they don't roll up 5 minutes late, do they? And half asleep, oh no. They probably arrive half an hour early. Do a few exercises, meditate to get their mind in tune to the job at hand. And then when they start their job, they work eat, drink and breathe that job until it's finished and time to go.
Well, if you think we're coming in here at 7:30 to do the mayor, that's it.
Not unless it's on your...
All right. I'm just telling you. At 8:30 tomorrow morning, I want to hear those machines humming. Not at 20 to 9 or 7:45, 8:30. And apart from your normal breaks, you will eat, drink and breathe the welfare of this firm until it's 5:30 and time to go. And I'm going to be here to see that you do it. Because if you don't, you'll all be down the road. And I'll be with you.
Does that feel too tight to you?
I don't know how tight it's supposed to feel.
Hey, it's great fun though, isn't it?
You must be joking. I had more fun at the dentist.
Are you flipping moaning again? No, is she?
Yes, I am, and I'll moan as much as I want to. Hey, look, Terry, you won't go too fast, will you?
Oh, what are you talking about? Don't go too fast. That's the whole flaming point, isn't it?
Can we have competitors for the ladies' senior egg and spoon race, please?
Hang on a minute, wait for me.
Look sharp as a dog in roll up procedure.
Yes, well, I didn't hear the what's it, you see.
Perhaps I'd better do announcing council. I always had a good carry-on parade ground. Now, if I had your megaphone...
Look, you're not having the megaphone. Just get them lined up.
We're still one short.
Oh. I'm in this. I've got my egg and spoon all loaded and ready.
The equipment's already provided.
No thanks, I've provided my own.
That's against contest regulations as laid down by the Joint Committee. Egg standard, size 2. Spoons, table eggs for the carrying of.
We are not in the flaming army, you know.
If we were, you'd have to sign for that spoon and it'd have to be polished before you brought them back.
Well, I want my own egg and spoon.
What's this, then?
Oh, the hell did that get there?
By rights, I could demand disqualification.
Pardon me, that's highly debatable. She hasn't come under starter's orders yet.
Seeing as I'm a good sport, anyhow.
Oh, come on, we've got a lot to do yet, you know.
Now then, one to be ready, two to be steady.
Listen, what you should say, it's on your marks. Get set, go!
Well, come back, what are you doing?
Well, it really liked him out. He said go.
It's got nothing to do with him.
I just want to see it done right, that's all.
Right, get ready again. Ready, steady, go!
I got it off front page and I was ready for after.
All right.
I thought you'd have done better, I did.
I was got out before the off.
How do you mean?
I was interfered with.
Do you want to make that complaint official?
You what? Who the hell's complaining?
One of my girls swears she was fouled.
Yes, she was, I saw it. Vera elbowed her.
Yeah, but listen, it was an accident.
That's not the way it looked to me, love.
Well, whose side are you on anyway?
I'm not on anybody's side. I'm trying to be impartial. That's what I'm here for.
Following an objection and an inquiry by the stewards, Vera Duckworth has been disqualified.
Well, you lousy pig.
Excuse me then, who's the winner in that case?
Oh, that's a good question. Whoever came in second, right, Sid?
Right.
That was Hilda Ogden.
Oh, right.
Following inquiry by the stewards, the winner is now Mrs. Hilda Ogden of the Rovers Return Team. Thank you.
Well, I think it's a flaming twist.
Oh, we would do.
Diabolical, weren't it?
Well, I wasn't close enough to see what actually happened.
She took a diver from flying horse to a Celtic ground. And he said I pushed her. Well, I'm a good man to tell off, Rob. It's a sticky flaming concert.
Oh, don't do that. We're short of performers as it is.
Take no notice of her, Mavis. It's getting her off the stage you want to worry about, not getting her on.
But I still wish I knew what you were going to sing. I mean, you must have music to sort out with the pianist.
Well, you know how Jack's not playing for us, don't you?
Not playing? It's got to, isn't the only pianist we've got.
Mavis, don't get your drawers in a turmoil. We've got Sid Duffy playing for us in front of Flying Horse.
All right. Do you know he's got a lovely touch, Sid Duffy? He's not that pianist either, is he?
Billy, love, you wanted.
What's to do?
The one for the tug of war. Come on.
I'll be right with you. Fred, hold the fort. You can manage on your own for a bit, can't you?
London's closer without you, sunshine.
Landlord, just a man. You want it?
I'm on my way.
You ladies are coming to cheer the team on, I hope.
You won't have to what that lot did to me, and I'll get on with it.
Well, it's hardly the Olympic spirit, is it, Mrs. Duckworth?
Listen, I don't care. Tug of war team. I hope that lot took Flying Horse pull them all down great.
Well, I'm going. Come on, Mavis.
I hear you might be short of talent for the concert.
Yes, well, it does look
I can
like
extend
it.
my act if you like. Apart from doing the farmyard noses, I do jungle noses by night. It's not as polished as the...
They disqualified me, you know, and I went best. They fiddled me.
Story of my life, that, Vera.
Somebody told me that the world's most perfectly developed man was in here, happened in my youth.
What do you want?
Look, sunshine, we've got a tug-of-war team outside there, half of which are little lads.
Well, what's it got to do with me?
We want you to kick sand in the faces of the opposition. You should be on that road, Fred.
I'm convalescing, aren't I? I mean, the quack told me to take it easy.
Fred, your pub needs you.
Tell them to get knotted. What have they ever done for you, eh?
Look, Fred, it's the last event of the Pub Olympics. The scores are all level. I mean, it's all hanging on this tug of war, love.
Tell them to get stuffed.
Oh, come on, I'll man the bar for you.
Oh, come on, Fred. We all know you can't pull a bird to save your life, but at least you could pull a rope.
So you've got a right way with words, you Lynch, haven't you?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure it's no more than Alfie deserves. I don't know why he doesn't do it for a living, do you? Be a comic, I mean.
It's Derby if he did.
That'd make two of you then, wouldn't it? Right, we've now got a short interval before the next act, which is Curly Watts and his guitar.
Hey, what about giving us a mention? Me and Kev. Yeah.
Sorry, Curly Watts, his guitar and his two spare plectrons.
What's a plectrum?
That's what I pluck my strings with.
Oh, you were great, Alf. Wasn't he, Betty?
Well, I mean, I laughed. I don't normally laugh at jokes, you know.
Right, so you tell him, you know.
Didn't like what you said about my Stan. Always been a figure of fun, my husband.
Yeah, but nobody hates him now, do they, Hilda?
Except me.
Well, no, I suppose not.
Well, then...
Yes, love?
Would you mind if I just listen to my brother and his mates? Only for a minute or two.
Yeah, of course you can.
I think that's them just starting.
Smiling from your heart to mine, come and cross it with me. The tears making the river below will only add to the view. My love is a language linking your thoughts and mine. Come and speak it with me. The lies that we shall tell in the end will be the crumbs of our meal. My love is a song spilling from your lips and mine. Come and sing it with me. What do the false notes matter if the alternative is silence?
Right, we've now come to the last act. Some might say unfortunately.
Hey, watch it, we'll go home, you know.
Yes, we're very temperamental with
Right, ladies and gentlemen, Ivy and Vera, the singing seamstresses.
Has Gail got to drink at all?
I don't think so.
I'm going to take her something then.
Oh, don't be daft, she's all right.
I'm not having her sitting at home without hope to drink.
Look, I'll take it for you if you like.
The country far away from cities man. We're a couple of sports, the pride of the tennis courts. But June, July and August we look cute when dressed in shorts. The bills and answers up for tea. But how are we to get there? Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. We would ride up the avenue, but we haven't got the price. We could skate up the avenue, but there isn't any ice. We could ride on a bicycle, but we haven't got a bike. So we'll walk up the avenue, yes, we'll walk up the avenue, yes, we'll walk up the avenue, but we lie. Well, street knockers are we, with plenty of currency. We'd open up the safe, but we forgot where we put the key. We're the favourite lads of girls in the picture ads. We'd like to tell you who we kissed last night, but we can't be cats. The Vanderbills are waiting at the club. But how are we to get there? That's what I'd say to Rob. We would sail.
Thank you very
Oh, you never.
Flipping did. There he was, as large as life.
Wait till we tell these two.
Here we go again. Another exotic day in Baldwin's Japanese madhouse.
What you two got to grin about?
Go on, tell him, Shirley.
Mr. Yakimoto.
Well, what about him?
Well, he's not a Japanese businessman, is he?
Well, he definitely didn't come from Oz and Twistle unless they put him some in water there.
Go on, tell him, Shirley.
Mr. Yakimoto, or whatever he's called, runs a takeaway down Lord Street. I went in there last night after my disco dancing class, and there he was, behind counter, serving curry and chips.
Same fella that come see Baldwin the other day.
The very same.
He's having us on then, isn't he? He's trying to kid us, Baldwin.
Oh, wow, I don't understand this. I mean, what's a Japanese mate of Baldwin's doing a Chinese takeaway down Lord Street?
Ah, but he's not a mate of Baldwin's, is he?
And he's not a businessman. Well, not in this business, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, don't you see now, Vera? Baldwin just wanted us to think he was.
So that we'd think that he'd start introducing Japanese working practices here if we didn't pull his socks up.
Oh, I see. Well, the rat-faced little twicer. Well, he's not getting away with that. He's not making a mug out of me.
Hold on a minute, Vera, before we bust a bra strap.
That'll be the day, won't it, Chef?
So why don't we play Baldwin at his own game?
Well, how?
Well, we turn into little girls from Japan, don't we?
Yeah. That's brilliant, that, Ivy.
Don't you think I'm a bit tall to be Japanese?
Hey, don't worry, kid. We'll saw your legs off.
Yeah. Good morning, Honourable Boss.
What's your game? Oh, I get it. You're having a little joke, aren't you? Well, it's about time I had a bit of respect from you lot.
Humble Workers Trust Honourable Boss is well this morning.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, humble workers know their jobs and hot dinners depend on Honourable Boss being fit and well.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. And to put your minds at rest, I've never felt better in my life. So thank you very much for the inquiry. Now let's get these machines humming, shall we?
Very good, Honourable Boss. Your wish is our command.
Ivy, in here.
If he asks you to be his geisha girl, refuse.
Yes, Honourable Boss.
All right, come on, what's your game? What's the catch?
There is no catch. Don't you want a hard-working and subservient staff, Mr. Baldwin?
That'll be the day.
Have you got it? Now, is that all? Because I'd like to go back to work and make more money for you, Honourable Boss.
Hey, next time Baldwin shows his face, shall we all do that?
Get out, you frightened fella to death, Vera.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Hey, how about if we all turned up in kimonos?
Oh, yeah, and shuffle around in like little steps.
And instead of having tea breaks, we could have rice breaks.
Hey, listen, I wonder what aso means.
You are?
Well, Japanese are always saying it, aren't they? Aso, they say, especially when they're doing that jiu-jitsu.
Hey, maybe it's Japanese for ekithum.
Oh, how's your belly for spots?
No, it's not jiu-jitsu now. It's all that, what's it?
Oh, karate.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, probably should all learn karate. And then next time Baldwin's a pig to us, well, we can just fox his ears, you know.
Oh, picking up and chucking through a window.
Well, best thing would be to tie his arms in a knot, hang him on a coat hook. Excuse me, Mr. Baldwin, I'd like to get me coat, but you're hanging on.
You lot are doing a lot of laughing and giggling. You do know it's Monday, don't you? You're not supposed to be so cheerful on the Monday.
Ah, but that's if you're English, Betty.
Yeah, you see, we're all Japanese.
Oh, yeah. And every day's the same to a good, conscientious Japanese worker.
3 little girls at school, are we? Sorry, 4 little girls at school.
I think you're all drunk myself.
Hey, Betty, do you sell that, what's that Japanese drink?
Oh, sake. Oh, aren't you clever? Put it top of class.
I looked up across way the other day.
No, of course we haven't got it. And if you don't behave yourselves, I'm going to get Fred to come over and chuck you all out.
Hey, bring him over here, we'll spifflicate him, won't we, girls, eh? Hello!
I think you're all daft.
Oh, quick, is it?
Wakey, wakey! I just want to tell you, I'm putting all your wages up this week. All right, what you up to now, then?
Can you hear a voice, Ivy?
Yes, I can.
Ivy!
Girls. So sorry, Honourable Boss. We were meditating.
Meditating?
Yeah, that's what Japanese do. They have these meditating sessions before every shift.
Till the individual is ready to emerge.
Yes, so she can give her all to her honourable boss. And I mean all. Are we fixed?
I mean, that is what you want, isn't it, Mr. Baldwin? For us to be like they are in Japan.
Well, that's what you're talking to that Japanese fella about, isn't it?
You know, we only want to please honourable boss.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like this place to operate like it would if we were in Japan. I mean, they know what's what there, don't they? I mean, how else do you think they managed to monopolise almost every business under the sun? I would love you to be efficient and conscientious like they are, but cut out the bowing. The Japs do it with grace and style. You look ridiculous. I mean, she looks more like a Lupin than a Jap.
Hey, I didn't like that.
Looks like us jokes turned sour.
You can't take a joke, him. That's his trouble. Not when it's against him. Do you know, I bet he were laughing up his sleeve at us when he had that Yakimoto in here.
Hey, I've just had an idea, girls.
What's that?
I've just remembered what Japanese do when the cat's down the boss.
Marvellous, isn't it? Vera's not home now to eat in the house. I feel like old Mother Hubbard's dog.
Well, I hope you're not looking for a bone in there.
Hey, I tell you, I'd eat anything, me darling. I've had to do with her cooking. When I married her, I sentenced my digestion to a lifetime's hard labour. Yeah, frozen fish pie. That'll do.
Thanks, Jack.
Hey, you don't fancy sharing this with us tonight, do you? Just me, you, and the oven?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack, but I think my own oven might get a bit jealous. Not to mention my husband.
Pity. Ta-ra, love.
Ta-ra, love.
Oh, wait a minute.
Where did you finish up getting clothes from?
Well, it's not sort of our wills. I did promise it Boy Scouts, but they can have it when we're done with it.
Yeah, shirts, Japs, they won't know till they wake, so.
Well, he'll have a fit, Will Baldwin, won't he?
Oh, he's coming, he's coming.
Morning, ladies.
Morning, Mr. Baldwin.
All right, I'll buy it. What's all this?
Well, it's all what you were saying, Mr. Baldwin.
Oh, yeah? And what have I been saying?
Well, that you want us to be more like Japanese, and that's what they do, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's one of them, what were it?
Effigy.
Yeah, one of them hung up all the time with the bosses, you know, so they can see it. It inspires them, you know, it makes them work harder.
Oh, I see. Well, let's hope it does make you work harder. Something's got to. Good looking too, isn't he, eh? Yeah. Yeah. Well done. I like it. I like it.
He likes it.
Well, of course he does. They haven't seen what we're going to do to it yet, though, has they? And that's for pay rises we never got.
Yeah.
And that's for cutting his bonuses. And that's for good measure.
My turn now.
Oh, hello, Mr. Baldwin.
Have you finally lost your rocker or what?
No, of course I haven't.
It's a Japanese custom, isn't it?
Yeah, and if it's Japanese, it must be good, eh, Mr. Baldwin?
Looks more like handy-pandy to me.
Oh, no, they all do it. They have models of the bosses, you know, when they get this unbearable tension and frustration building up. Well, they just beat hell out of it.
Oh, I see. And you've got this unbearable tension and frustration, have you?
I've had it all morning.
So have I. It's my turn next.
Hey, and then me.
And what about you, Ivy? You've got this unbearable tension?
I think I'd settle for taking aspirin if I had.
Oh, she's not as keen on Japanese practices as we are, Mr. Baldwin.
Thank God she's not.
Ta-da, Wally. Ta-da, Ted.
You were right.
Oh, and here's me wishing I wasn't.
Ah, well, never mind. We're still in with a chance. Is his nibs in?
Billy.
Ask him if I can have a word, will you?
Right.
No, hang on a minute. Look, give us a scotch, will you?
OK,
Might as well mix business with pleasure.
Hey, look who's there.
Hello, Mr. Baldwin.
Have you got husband then?
No.
Well, you still can if you want.
I don't. Thanks very much, Betty.
Thank you.
Oh, give us 4 hours. Fred, please.
Hey, you're not mad at us because of that dummy, are you, Mr. Baldwin?
Of course I'm not. I'm sure it'll burn beautifully.
What, burn? What do you mean, burn?
Well, you said you were finished with it, weren't you? Well, I've told him to throw it in the boiler.
Well, I finished with suit.
That shirt with our jacks.
Well, you better be sharp then, hadn't you?
Oh, look, I'll go. Look after his drink.
Oh, so we finished being Japanese then, have we, Mr. Baldwin?
Finished? Well, the best is yet to come.
What do you mean, Mr. Baldwin?
Oh, didn't I tell you? Computerisation. You've heard of the microchip, haven't you? Well, now it's here. And your lives will never be the same again.
Hang on.
Darling.
Shall I get him for you?
Yeah, tell him I'll be in there, will you?
OK.
Hey, where's he going then?
Wants to get away from us, I shouldn't wonder.
You're lucky he didn't sack the lot of you after that thing you were carting round this dinner.
That's no, you should have seen us this morning. We're beating hell out of it.
Some of us were, Vera.
Well, it all depends what turns you on. Come to think of it, it was like one of them inflatable dolls, that thing, wasn't it?
You're joking.
Oh, is that what you've got then, is it? Fred, is it? You'll have to bring her down sometime. Let's have a look at her.
Oh, very funny.
Look, say what you like. I'd rather have Baldwin sitting in that office. I could keep my eye on him while we're in there.
Cuts both ways, you know, Vera. He could keep his eye on us and all.
Oh, I could read him like a book. One look at his face, I could tell exactly what was going on in this place.
Well, you've got Emily there. Have a read of her.
Emily? You must be joking.
Well, she's only got 2 expressions, Emily, hasn't she? Neither to death and worried sick. I mean, just look at her. Now, you tell me, are we going bust or is she running out of paper clips?
It could be either.
Listen, I were always spot on with Baldwin. If he was sat in that office now, I could give you chapter and verse on this computer business.
What, do you think he means it about bringing computers in?
I don't see why not.
He does with that Japanese fella, though, didn't he? Mind you, I don't mind computers. They can be, very beneficial to all concerned.
Very what? Listen, girl, you'll bring a computer in here and 5 seconds flat, it'll work out his redundancy pay, kiss you goodbye, open door and chuck you out on the street. So don't you talk to me about computers.
Come on, there's no point in sulking, Ida, is there?
I'm not sulking. I just don't see why it has to be me, that's all.
Because you're the shop steward, that's why.
Oh, I had to go to him over that Japanese job, didn't I? And it didn't get me anywhere. Let Ivy have a go, she's supervisor.
Well, I don't think we'll get anything out of him. He doesn't have to tell us what's going on, you know. He is the boss.
Hey, now, don't be saying things like that or someone will lose her before we start.
Well, he is.
All right, but we don't have to admit it. Isn't that right, Mr. Baldwin?
And what is that, Vera?
We're just saying how nice it is, to be kept well informed on what's going on, like.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's wonderful, wonderful.
Nice one, Vera.
Right, Emily, I'm off in a few minutes. If anyone wants me, I'll be there till lunchtime.
You're serious about computerisation, then?
Now, Emily.
Just what is going on, Mr. Baldwin?
Emily, you are a very truthful woman, aren't you?
I like to think so.
Yeah, the George Washington of Baldwin's casuals couldn't tell a lie. And if one of the girls asks you something, you'd have to tell them, right?
If they're involved.
But if you don't know, you can't tell them, so let's leave it at that.
If you think that's best.
I do. You know the old saying, where ignorance is bliss?
Yeah.
No, Vera, you weren't wrong. You've a right to know what's going on, and I'm going to tell you. So, girls, can we all have a little bit of hush, please? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We are going to use modern computerised methods in this factory, which will make life a lot simpler for us all, right? I'll give you an example. You've all heard of these up-to-date checking out supermarket things, haven't you, where they've got a laser beam, right? And when a tin of soup or a packet of spaghetti goes out, it passes over the beam, it picks up a special code, puts up the price, wipes it off the stock list, does everything in one go. Do you know what I'm talking about, do you, girls?
I've seen those marks on tins. The lines, aren't they? Thin and thick lines.
You are absolutely right, Shirley. And it won't be tins of soup here. It will be you, and you. There will be no more clocking in. As you walk through that door, a laser beam will pick up your own personal code tattooed on your arm. Both arms, one for clocking in and one for clocking out. And it will automatically record the time you clocked in on your own personal timesheet. Dead simple. You do nothing. Only it won't be very easy for Ida to clock in for you, unless she brings your arm with her. You see, that's one of the ways that a computer can help us, and there are lots more. Lots more.
Oh, nobody's tattooing me.
Hey, and there's another thing I thought of.
Oh, give it a rest, Vera.
Look, I'm only thinking about you, you know. Hasn't it dawned on you, lot? It won't just clock you in on the morning, clock you out at night. It'll clock you every time you go for a smoke.
Hey, she's right, you know.
Of course I am.
Vera, will you flipping shut up?
And you can't get them off either.
What?
Tattoos, once they're on for good.
God give me strength.
Oh, you know your trouble, don't you? You turn your back on out, nasty you. Then when it hits your face, well, you don't see it coming.
Oh, Vera.
It happened to my cousin's husband, you know. Well, he had his chest tattooed in Malta when he was in the Navy. It said, Rosa, my lover for eternity. Then he came home and started courting my cousin.
What were her name?
Carol.
Yeah, might have known.
Dead keen on swimming she was, our Carol, but she could never get him to go with her. She couldn't understand why, not till they were married. She found out then.
Well, she would then, wouldn't she?
So he tried to get it off then, did he?
Yeah, but he still got it, though. They never go on the beach on their holidays.
Night, Emily.
Good night.
Yeah, you won't get robots saying good night. No. You know there's only here that's safe. Where would you get a robot to sit there worrying? Oh, well, I don't know, do I?
Yes, ladies.
Oh, stop looking so cheerful. You won't smile if you got our worries.
Oh, we can't all be lucky, can we? What are you going to have?
2 bottles of lager.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, they're all...
Hello.
Come off, Mr. Baldwin.
Isn't that time already? Oh, blimey, so it is. OK, see you tomorrow morning.
The girls are very apprehensive.
About what?
What you're going to do.
Oh, and what's that?
Well, they seem to think you're bringing in a new timekeeping system that involves tattoos.
Anything else?
They're concerned about redundancies if you install robots. They really are worried.
Oh, wait till tomorrow. They'll have something to worry about tomorrow. Exciting, isn't it?
Good night.
Good night.
Well, nobody's tattooing my arms.
Nobody's tattooing anybody's arm, Vera.
It can be done, you know. I've heard all about them laser beams.
Laser beams?
Yeah, them and all.
Well, just let him try, that's all.
Look, why don't we do something instead of just sitting here yapping?
Like what?
Well, I don't know. Do I take action or something?
How do you take action when you don't know what you're taking action against? No, it's happened yet, has it?
It soon will, though, won't it?
Well, I believe that when I see it, Vera.
You live in fairyland, you, don't you?
No, I don't, but I do happen to know that you don't get them sort of computers for peanuts.
Yeah, well, he's not short of them either, is he, for sure?
Look,
I mean, look what he pays us.
Vera, if Baldwin had enough money to do half of what you reckon he's going to do, he wouldn't be here, would he? He'd be sunning himself on his flipping yacht somewhere. Because that's the sort of brass you'd be talking about.
I'll leave this lot with you, then.
Right, Mr. Baldwin.
I'll be at Weatherall's in about, half an hour if anything important crops up.
Have you any idea what time you'll be back?
12, 1, you tell me.
Is there anything else?
No, I don't think so. See you later, OK?
Right, Mr. Baldwin.
Well?
Well, what?
As I said, oh.
Oh, about the computerisation?
Yeah.
Not a word.
Come on, let Doc see it, Rafa.
We're going as quick as we can, Vera.
We'll not have this trouble when we've got computers checking us in and out.
So it's funny now, is it?
Oh, come on, Ida, he's having us on, isn't he? If ought to been good at it, happened before now, wouldn't it?
Can't you shut up about computers for 5 minutes? You're putting us off as dinners. You're having it robbers, aren't you?
Just give me 5 minutes, Vera. I've got a casserole in oven and nip across to see if it's all right.
Well, are we going or are we stopping here all day?
Do you know, I think Baldwin's right, you know. Our attitude to this place is all wrong.
Eh?
Well, we've even started nattering his own time now. Come
Mind
on.
your backs, please, girls.
There you go. Got it all wrong, did we, Ivor? There's enough computers in there to run all factory.
Vera, for God's sake, change the flipping record.
Well, what we gonna do about it? That's what I want to know.
Oh, that's what we'd all like to know, isn't it?
Well, I reckon there's only one language fellas like Baldwin understand. We down tools, so we get a proper explanation of where we stand.
Hey, I'm with you there.
Oh, that's brilliant, that's it, isn't it? We walk out when he's got a load of flipping machines waiting to take his place. Great.
All right, clever clock. See if you can come up with something better.
Right, see you.
Right, Shirley, go down to packing and tell them girls down there. And while you're there, give them a shout in dispatch. They don't all have to come, just as long as there's somebody here.
Right. Look, I'm warning you, Ida. You get this lot to walk out, you might as well kick us jobs right through window.
Who's on about walking out?
Look, no, it's been decided yet. I say that's what we're having a meeting for.
We've got to stick together. We've got to show Baldwin we're solid.
I think he's worked that out for himself already.
Well, if you ask me, I think we've missed bus by a mile. I mean, we all saw them boxes, didn't we? You know, it won't surprise me if he can't hear every word we say. In fact, he could have his beady little liners right now.
Anyone we know, Vera?
Oh, it's you, Mr. Baldwin.
That's right in person, having a little party, are we? Something to celebrate. Well, don't let me stop you. I'd hate to be the one responsible for delaying your tea break and making you late back for work. Oh, Emily.
Me, Mr. Baldwin?
Yes. Have you got a minute?
No.
Yes, well, don't worry. You can come straight back if you want to.
Is there anybody else, Shirley?
No, that's your lot.
Right. Down to business. Whatever we do, we've got to stick together because he can't give us all the sack.
I won't be too sure about that. There must have been enough stuff in them boxes to fit out a flipping aircraft carrier.
Wait, how about a sitting? Sitting? Well, why not? If walking out will be playing right into his hands, why don't we just stop here?
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
You know what you can do and all. My husband might not be best company in the world after lights out, but I'll tell you what, it's a damn sight better than them flaming sewing machines.
Oh, so much for solidarity. Yeah.
Hang on.
Will you shut up? Ivy wants to say something.
Well, I was simply going to say it might help if we know what we're taking action against.
Well, computers spying on us. Taking over our jobs. They're being treated like flaming cattle.
But we don't know that, do we, Vera?
Well, what do you think were in them boxes? They're packed lunches.
No, I don't, but it seems to me, Vera, that everybody's doing a heck of a lot of spouting, and we still don't know where we're going. And that's because we haven't got a flipping clue what we're up against.
So what are you saying?
Well, I'm saying before we go any further, we do what we should have done at the beginning. We march down to Baldwin's office, we demand to know what's going on, and we don't leave until he tells us.
Yeah, well said, Ivy. Come on.
Hang on a minute, Shirley. We can't all flipping go.
Hey, I'll go. I'll sort Baldwin out good and proper.
Oh, no, you won't. We may not have jobs now, but we won't have any at all if you chuck your fork anything.
Look, I reckon Ivy should go.
Hey? Well, if that's what you want, but I think perhaps it'd be better if somebody went with me, all right?
Go on, and I'll go here. I am shop steward.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. If she's going, I'm going.
Oh, well, there ain't no show without punch, is there, Vera?
Right, come on, that's what we're waiting for.
Right, come on, girls.
I'm just sitting off the night claiming Baldwin.
I reckon that it's a waste of time. We'll have a sit-in.
Go on.
I'm not going in first. It was her idea.
Oh, come out of it, parents. Look, Mr. Baldwin, we're sorry to bust
We
in
don't
on you
like
like
big
this, but we're not
brothers.
very happy
Sorry,
about the
mate.
situation.
You were saying?
Well, where's all these computers you've been going on about?
Oh, that's what you wanted to see.
Yeah.
Be my guest.
That little thing.
Huh, it's not but a kid's toy.
Don't be fooled by its size. It's a very versatile little machine.
Do you mean that that's it? That's the computerisation we're on about?
For the moment, yeah.
Well, we expected this place being stacked at ceiling.
Yeah, what about all them boxes?
Empty, Vera. All of them empty.
Empty?
You mean there's no tin of?
10 out of 10, Ida.
Well, what point of that?
Well, if this is all there is to it, why didn't you say something and put us out of his misery?
Because I wanted to teach you lot a lesson you wouldn't forget in a hurry. And with this hanging over your head, production has rocketed, hasn't it? Which makes me very happy.
Well, it don't make us very happy. And I'll tell you something else. That lot out there are going to be laughing their socks off when they know what you've been doing.
The rag trade is fighting for its life, and so are we. So I suggest you get out there and get those machines moving. Because if you don't, you know what the alternative is, don't you? Now then, everybody happy?
Well, somebody is. That's for sure.
We had a prowler in our backyard one night, back at the old place. And I shouts, "Hey, who's that?" "The coalman," he said. I said, "What, at 3 o'clock in the morning? Back he comes, this joker." "I'm on nights," he said.
I hate to tell you this, Cop, but that was Billy on the blower. He's stopping down Derby and he won't be back at the earliest till tomorrow.
You're having me on.
Gospel truth.
Well, if he thinks I'm standing guard here indefinitely...
Hey, I'd book it, me, double time.
Never mind about double time. How do you fancy doing the night shift, lovey?
I don't. And to be honest with you, Betty, love, I think you were a fool for stopping last night. I mean, it's not our job. We're not paid to frighten burglars off.
No, just the punters, like.
But no, look, we can't just shut up shop and leave. I mean, there's the takings, and then there's all the stock.
Ladies, I have the answer to your problem. I, myself, will gladly relieve you of this duty.
Oh, yeah. Where else will you relieve us of?
Look, what I think we should do...
Forget the police. The police have got enough to do. If it's security you're after, Betty, my love, look no further. I'm your man.
Oh, I don't know. Hey, sure.
Look, you're talking to a bloke who used to guard rations from ravenous hordes of scavenging bandits.
And then we're British.
I thought you blokes in the catering corps were supposed to give the rations out, not keep them locked up.
Believe me, Betty, if these premises need protecting, then it's well within my province.
Yeah, but you sure you'll be all right?
All right, this fella, he'll come armed to teeth. Matter of fact, he'll come armed with his teeth. He's got a spare set, you know. He got him off Dracula.
Look, I don't want no guns.
Guns? He doesn't need guns. His fists are lethal weapons.
All I need is my torch and my whistle.
Yeah. You'll fetch Randy, though, won't you? The only budgie I know that's got a touch of Alsatian.
Oh, yeah, they're a great pair. He dazzles them with his torch and Randy pecks them to death.
Shall we take it as being arranged, then?
All right, then, yes, all right.
Fair enough. I'll push off now, get my gear together and return for duty. Smack on, 2300 hours.
I mean, you're not